So in this video I'm going to be talking about the short film called Drawcard, which fits into the comedy genre of short films. It's about a regular guy in an office and a card, so there we go. So throughout the whole short film, shot reverse shot is used often, like almost in every conversation, and this is just a basic technique, obviously, that just makes conversation flow naturally. Here's a bit of childish humour as there's the close up on the banknote, and you get the guy here in the office explaining it.
And hopefully everything's
There's the eyes. Baleen.
hopefully everything's all good.
And the old Moby Dick.
I'm going to be in your office.
As you can tell, it's
tomorrow
quite
anyway,
funny,
so,
but obviously it gets better.
Look, I should be there personally to deliver the sperm.
There we go, there's more humour there, as he obviously says he's going to deliver the sperm on the phone, and that's sort of what, you know, sparks off the comedy in this short film.
When did you plan on delivering that tour? When are you leaving again?
Yet again, more examples of shot reverse shot.
You're gonna miss me.
Yeah, congrats on the new job, mate.
Hey, don't hate me because you ain't me. You gotta ride that ocean, you want the promotion.
That doesn't make any sense. Okay.
There's just a bit of silliness there, obviously, with what he's doing with the
You seen this?
ocean sounds and stuff.
You should have got that job.
This is a really good focus pull here as well, that's worth noting as well. How it pulls between, obviously, the guy at the desk and the girl in the background.
Good luck. Have you signed his farewell card yet?
No, who's got it?
Jess has got it at the front. That'll be Geraldine asking about the sperm.
Shut up. Ed. Geraldine. Hey, Jess, can I get that card to sign?
Yeah, you're the last one to sign it.
There's more shot reverse shot there as well.
Okay.
Also, this is when the playful music starts, so you can sort of tell that he's going to get up to something, and there's going to be some sort of mischief as well. I really like the music in this because it's quite simple, and it obviously it's simple, but it does the job, and it obviously matches like the tone at times as well, because you know that he's going to get up to something mischievous when that music starts. There's just a little bit of shorthand comedy there where obviously he licks the envelope, but it's a peel off. The time lapse of the clock here is having to be done because they have to compress the time, obviously. In a short film, they're not going to be able to show the time passing there, and that's a common convention of short films where they'll compress time. I quite like that how the elevator closes as well when he realises it's like it sort of replicates how he would have felt, how it's just closed on him that he's realised it's the wrong card.
The one with the picture of his mother on the inside.
Can I have that card, please?
I don't have it.
Who's got it?
I put it in his office an hour ago.
Has he seen it?
I don't know, he just got in.
So this is all now done in slow-mo, and I really like the music that matches it as well, because it obviously adds to the humour of the whole thing, how he's running along like in slow-mo, desperately trying to get to this office, and they're just playing this, you know, classical music as well. It's really funny because it's a complete contrast. Obviously you can tell by the look on his face he's worried as well about what's happened, and he's just sprinting through, obviously getting in everyone's way as well. That's just adding to the humour. But what I quite like here is the extreme close-up they show when he realises it's too late, and he sort of, you can just tell that the defeat is on his face. So here it is now, that's the shot I'm on about. It also cuts to the reactions of the colleagues as they see him like that, and they know that something's happened or that he's not well. And I think also the girl behind him at the office asks as well in a bit now.
Are you okay?
What?
Are you okay? Maybe you should go home.
Yeah.
So up until this point, they've done quite well to hide the whole ending of the short film, as you obviously think now with the dramatic music and stuff he's going to be fired. And then obviously he swears as well. So they've done quite well to obviously hide the actual the surprise ending as well. The use of camera work here is actually pretty good with a shot reverse shot. As you can tell, he's looking down at him, and that's done to obviously portray the power roles between them. The boss is obviously in charge of him, and it's like he's been a naughty school kid and he's getting told off.
My mother was a nurse in the 2nd Battalion of the Foreign Legion. She saved countless lives during the war in occupied France.
Amazing woman.
She was pregnant with me when my father was gunned down supplying wounded Allied soldiers. 7 months later I was born, and Mother called me her little butterfly, because she believed I was the only thing of beauty to come out of that mess.
Obviously now it's building up to the big question as well, where he talks about what his mother had done.
How did you know?
Sorry?
And then obviously that's the funny part of the whole film, and the big ending is how it's not obviously what it is. It's a butterfly. Obviously they're continuing shot reverse shot this whole time as well.
I'm sure she would too.
Obviously that's humouring as well, how he obviously smooths over it as well and things like that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ed.
It's a pleasure. Greg.
And obviously it's ironic how he doesn't see it, but everyone else probably would have. And then they end it on the song as well, which is quite a good touch, I think. Yeah, so overall it is a very, very funny short film. It's honestly one of the best comedy short films I've seen out of the ones I've watched. Because on this blog I'll probably go through 2 of them as well from the comedy genre, and I'll go through all the other genres as well with Greg. But that's obviously the one comedy that stood out to me. I've also got some information regarding the Drawcard film. And this is the quote. It was from I found it on the Short of the Week website when I was doing research into short films, and they say it's hard to say why Drawcard is so charming. While the premise is simple and the characters are a bit thinly developed, the writing is witty, patiently stacking all the awkward, squirm-inducing pieces to get a fantastic end punchline. The finale of Drawcard might be predictable, but it's just so damn well executed that it's hard not to appreciate the craft. As with the best comedy, there's a joy in watching the joke build up and then pay off, culminating in the sweet release that is the 2000 alt-rock one-hit wonder Butterfly by Crazy Town. Oriana Barlin paid a pretty penny to purchase the rights to the song. In our humble opinion, it was money very well spent. So he obviously paid to have the song at the end, and that sort of sums up how how well crafted this whole short film is in general. What I'll go through now is sort of just the narrative arc of the whole Drawcard short film, and I'll just put that on your screen now. So as you can see by the diagram, this is a theory on how narratives work, and it's especially relevant to a short film structure, because I think this was originally made, it might have been Todorov, it's based on Todorov's theory about feature-length films, but it does link into how a short film works. So first of all, in Drawcard, we start with the exposition, which is sort of like an introduction. So we're introduced to the office setting and the characters. The main character, Ed, is distracted by Jack speaking about the banknote and how he's folded it up. And that also leads to him making the mistake on the phone. So then we sort of start with the narrative of why Ed doesn't like Jack. And that is because he obviously messes around in the office, but that isn't picked up on, and he gets that promotion, as we learn. That drives the narrative, obviously, and leads to him later on with the rising action. So the rising action is when Ed goes to sign the farewell card, and he draws the penis on the card, and that's obviously mocking Jack there, but he wouldn't have done that obviously if it wasn't Jack doing it in the first place. So that sort of drives the narrative forward, was the exposition there. So after the rising action comes the climax, and this is the point where the receptionist tells Ed that he has signed the wrong card. So he finds out obviously that he's signed the wrong card. He signed his boss's card and not Jack's card, and obviously now he finds out that he's obviously going to be in big trouble when his boss finds out. So this leads on to the falling action. Ed obviously now knows his mistake and tries to reach the office before his boss, and this is all the slow-mo running and things like that. He doesn't make it in time, and then he's later called into the office. So then we're thinking this is where it's all going to go wrong. But obviously after falling action we have resolution. So Jack then speaks to his boss, who believes... Oh no, it's not Jack, sorry, it's Ed. Yeah, Ed speaks to his boss, and he believes the penis is a butterfly as the ink's bled through onto the other side. So that's the comedy aspect to it, but that's also the resolution, obviously, because he hasn't been fired. He's obviously been... The boss is thankful for what he's done, thinking it's, you know, this butterfly when it's something completely different. So that sort of shows you a basic narrative within the comedy genre there. Well, this relates to every genre, but putting this story into that arc, you can see it fits perfectly, and that is what directors will obviously do, is make sure that the narrative fits what they're shooting. So yeah, thanks for watching.